Yeah, all about the dough, get the bag, bitch. Like to make 'em mad, bitch. Yeah, she know she a first, they just average. She a bad, 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 bitch. Bad, 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 bitch. Like to make 'em mad, bitch. Yeah, she know she a first, they just average. Bad, 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 bad.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode review. Thanks. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. I am letting people come on. This is episode 2 review. So if you've already seen the episode, whether or not you've seen it or not, if you want to join in on the conversation, go to the link right here. It's bit.ly bit.ly/baddies EP2. Baddies episode 2. We'll be breaking down the episode. And if you want to chime in, definitely, like I said, put the URL in there. I'll put you up on the screen. You can talk with us. Talk with me, really, because as you might notice, my co-host is gone for today, but that's okay. We still got plenty of episode to talk about. But I am getting a couple people already chiming in the comments, which I love to see. I love to see it. I'm glad people are tuning in. I said it was every Sunday at 7:30. I'm going to be here. I know I was a little behind. We were running a little bit. Well, as you can see, we were kind of having some problems. I thought I was going to have my co-host here, but unfortunately not. So that's why I'm really excited to be opening this up and really excited to see a bunch of people here viewing this already. I got 4 views already, which means you guys are tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you know every time I post a new video or go live. So let's break it down. Let's go over what happened in this episode. So wait, how do I join? Someone's asking, wait, how do I join? You can join by going to this link at the bottom. You see at the bottom, it's scrolling by. It says join in the conversation. Go to http://bit.ly. Excuse me. What am I saying? /baddies EP2. And once I see you pop up right here, I'm going to definitely add you. But I'm going to talk about what I feel about this episode. I liked it. I really liked it a lot, to be honest. It is, you can see how different it is from Bad Girls Club, just the fact that they're not kicking girls out. Like, I have to say, like, Natalie, she does shit for the show. It doesn't matter if she gets beat up. She's not about to kick Christina. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know if it's because Christina is a producer. Can the executive producer still fire the producer? You know what I'm saying? I don't think Natalie is gonna do that. But I do think it was kind of like a low blow for Christina to do that. Not just because that already happened in the conversation. Like, people know whenever it's a BGC situation and people are gonna be in the house together and Natalie's gonna be there, people are gonna try to beat her up. Like, that's just what it is. And Natalie knows this. And I have to say, like, I'm really impressed, I guess, if that's the word you would use. There's probably a better word to use. But what I'm saying is, if I was the executive producer, I would be like, all right, no one is definitely coming after me. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that that wasn't one of the rules, that Christina was able to get into a fight with Natalie and she didn't kick her out. I think that was, you could tell that Natalie is really trying to make this a thing. Like, she's not to steal one of Judy's lines. Like, you know how Judy was like, oh, I sacrificed myself, blah, 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 because when she got beat up by Priscilla. I feel like that's literally what Natalie is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. So moving on from the fight. Well, first of all, let's not move on from that, because I half wanted Christina to put the wig in like on the stove, like what she did with Julie's weave, if you remember that from season 9. I thought she was gonna do something crazy like that, and it was a funny line when Christina was like, "Oh yeah, you can go fetch it like a dog since you want to be a bitch." But at the same time, it's like that doesn't work with Natalie. Natalie has people to get her wig for her. You know what I'm saying? And she did. Natalie did say that, so I thought that was funny. Um, but I don't know. Honestly, last week's episode, there was really only two major things going on, right? It was Sydney versus Judy, and then Christina versus Natalie. And this episode was really just that. It was the same drama. It was the same two altercations that they were still talking about. That's what I kind of didn't like about this episode. I do like how they brought Tanisha into it because, Tanisha, she does call herself, or she has in the past called herself the godmother of all bad girls, right? And she was really she was really trying to play that role this episode. I'm not sure how I feel about that though, because I think Seven said it was her idea for them to all sit down, and I guess it's not Bad Girls Club, it's not. But that would never. Well, I guess they do sometimes sit down. But I like later in the seasons of Bad Girls Club when they were like, "This isn't Survivor. We're not having a house meeting." You know what I'm saying? But it was really cool to see that they were able to get together for a house meeting, and they were able to call Tanisha up. But you could tell, like, Tanisha is another one of those. Well, I don't. It hasn't. It really hasn't happened. It almost happened on one of the reunions. It almost happened, but I feel like if Tanisha were living in the house, she would also probably be one of the targets. Like everyone wants to, just like every show, someone is going to try to come for Natalie. I feel like if Tanisha were living in the house, someone was going to try to come for her because they want to see her fight. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't know why. I'm just saying. I have a feeling that is why. And Tanisha kind of said it too. She was like, "See, this is why." I forget exactly what she said, but she made it seem like she didn't want to get moved into the house because she didn't want anyone attacking her. Another thing that I did notice, though, is I feel like, and they said it in the episode, too. I think Sarah was the one saying it. She was like, there are 2 executive producers. I feel like one producer should be in charge of 4 girls, and then the other producer should be in charge of the other 4 girls. And I could kind of see, and that happens a lot in BGC too. You know what I'm saying? They'll kind of like split up, and you can kind of see that divide happening already. I'm sure it's going to change a million more times in between now and the last episode, but right now it's like super weird because watching the conversation, Christina was like all buddy with Natalie, and she was like right by her side. Like you know what I'm saying? And then it was really funny when they were in the kitchen all having that discussion. All of a sudden, Christina was trying to be all buddy with Tanisha now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like before it was Natalie because she was, I don't know if she had the title of executive producer on the conversation, but she was basically running that production. The link won't work. Someone said the link won't work. Has anyone else tried it? Make sure you are spelling. There's make sure it's no capital letters. It's case sensitive, so it has to all be lowercase. bit.ly/baddies EP2. Am I spelling it wrong? No, that's spelled right. Anyway, someone else try to join. Because I know there was someone else up here trying to see episode 2. So, like I said, I know there's a couple of new people in here. I see the views. Someone just says Sydney is so annoying. I totally agree, and that was another thing. Like I said, they kind of were dragging on the fights, but I don't know. First of all, I wanted to see. Maybe it's just me. I guess it is kind of gross to say you want to see it happen, but I felt like maybe they kind of what's the phrase? They dropped the ball on the whole spinning thing. That should have been part of the episode, not part of like a behind the scenes camera footage. But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like BGC has done that before. We'll miss some stuff that happened off camera, and they'll try to explain it. So yeah, that was annoying that we didn't see that, but I guess it kind of made it more interesting how they put it together. I was kind of expecting that fight where they were throwing the drinks at each other. I thought that was going to be a bigger moment than it was, especially with Seven getting involved. I thought when I saw the clip of Seven getting up and splashing the water back, I thought she was really mad. But by the end of that little scene, she was laughing and stuff. And I don't know. That's also kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about. I mean, I guess that happens in real life too. Like you'll be getting into an argument and something happens funny or whatever, and you'll start cracking up. But sometimes I feel like they break character a little bit. That's what I feel like. Cause and it was on the Instagram too. I think it was on Zeus's official Instagram. They were like, wait, did Judy just compliment Sydney in the middle of arguing? And what she said was, she was like, my body looks good. And Judy was like, it does though. So I thought that was funny. But at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe I don't know. I'm still interested to see where this goes, because I have a feeling that I'm trying to figure out if Sydney is really the reason why Judy went home. Spoiler alert, Judy went home early. She decided on her own to go home. So I really hope it's not because of Sydney, because you know what I'm saying? Like if this were the Bad Girls Clubhouse, maybe she would have more of like no, I'm not going home because of her. But because it was Baddies and she already got her check, she was like, fuck it. I'm done with this with this show if they're gonna make me go after her this whole time. So someone said, I think Natalie is using Sydney. She just wants to give people something to talk about. She doesn't really care about her for real. I 100% agree. She's definitely using Sydney. But we do have someone calling in. Why? I don't know who this is. I'm giving them a chance. Oh wait, they just left. I tried to add them to the stream. I don't know what happened. So why? If you are in the audience, try again. You bring up a good point though, Boeing Freak. Natalie is using Sydney. I feel like before she knew that was going to cause some controversy already, just because the fans were going to be mad. Like whether or not she knew that Judy and her were not friends or whatever, they have this love-hate relationship or whatever. Other than that, I knew she, you know, they claim to do a lot of things for the fans, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see that being a move like that she would do for the fans. And she definitely knew. She definitely knew what was up. She was trying to play like, oh, I thought you guys were friends. No, she knew what was up. But at the same time, that does happen. Like, as you can see, well, I don't know, Natalie, Judy, and Sarah, you know, they have that kind of relationship too. Like, I feel like all three of them kind of will hate each other one year and then be friends the next year and then hate each other the next year. And sometimes that happens in life too. So you can't necessarily say that that's completely fake, because that happens in real life. But I'm saying, like, if Judy didn't want to be in that room, she should have. I mean, unless Judy was like, well, I need to get paid more because it's a liability. You're putting me in this room with her, who you know is going to try to be a little bit extra because this is her first Bad Girls Club type show that she's doing, unless you count Love and Hip Hop, which I don't even want to get into that, but I don't know if, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you all watch her on Love and Hip Hop? She was definitely being super fake on there too. She, I don't know. I saw one clip. I didn't watch it with her on there. I watched the clips on YouTube, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like, Sydney is pretty. Like I didn't know she was trans. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you base it off of. But my whole thing is for everyone to tell Judy that she's being like disrespectful or whatever, because she says stuff like "you're a man." Well, didn't Sarah call Rocky a man on one of the reunions? And how come no one? You know what I'm saying? If we're all supposed to be equal, if it's supposed to be about like equality, and no one cares if Sarah calls Rocky a man, then how come it's not okay for Judy to call Sydney a man? That's what I want to know. Someone tell me how that. Someone in the comments tell me how that works. Because you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a double standard. Is that what it's called? It's not a double standard. It's something else. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And if you have an answer to that question, I will definitely post it up. So tell me why. All right. So moving on from that, what else happened in this episode? First of all, Christina at that meeting, what was up with her? She said she was just drinking, but she doesn't drink a lot, and that's why she was acting crazy. I think she was going back and forth in her mind about having a Rocky Shannon moment. I think she was about to run up, like, and try to, you know, real quick and try to sucker punch someone. I feel like she was getting ready to sucker punch someone, and she decided not to because I don't know why, but my theory is that she did that because she knew that if she were to do that while Tanisha was there, she wouldn't be cool with Tanisha anymore. She has to be cool with one of them. They're the two executive producers. She has to be cool with one of them. She already messed it up with Natalie, so now she's going to try to behave a little bit while Tanisha's here. Because you saw when Tanisha was walking out at the very end of the episode, Tanisha was walking out, Christina was following her. Why is that? It reminded me of the conversation when Christina was like next to Natalie the whole time. And I don't know if you all remember. I remember specific like quotes from things. So I remember there was this one part of the conversation where Natalie was like, yeah, fuck you too, Christina. And Christina was like, really? Or something like that. Like she was really hurt that Christina would be like, fuck you to her. And she was trying to be her best friend the whole time. And it's like, I don't know if it's fake. Like maybe they have one of those love-hate relationships too. I don't know. But I could see, I don't know. I think Christina, if we're going on this list, Hosea, what's up? What's up? We're talking about Baddies ATL. And I'm letting people call in. If you saw the episode, maybe not. I don't know, but definitely put in this URL if you are trying to join in the conversation, because I would love to have people join. I don't have a co-host today, so I need someone to be my co-host. So anybody that's in the audience right now, I see there are 10 people watching. Let me know what's up. If the link isn't working, I know I had a couple problems earlier with people saying they couldn't get it to work. Someone joined for like a minute and then left. I don't know what's up with that. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Christina. She was going crazy at their little house meeting, like slamming the chair for no reason. You could tell that the security thought she was, I don't know what that little thing was that she was holding. It was like made of wood. Like, what was that? I was thinking, was it like an incense holder or something? I don't know. That little wooden thing she was holding. As soon as she grabbed that, you could see the security in the back come in, because I feel like they were like, no, she's about to throw that or something, which is good, I guess. But I really thought that, like, they do let them argue, I guess. They were holding them back for a long time in Christina's room. But I don't know. So far, like, I don't want the security to be coming in as fast as they did toward the end of the BGC seasons. Until the teaser for Bad Girls Club Atlanta came out, when Valentina said, if I get in a fight, don't try to break it up for at least 60 seconds. I feel like that was the rule. Valentina figured out the rule, and because she said it out loud, then they had to change it. So after that, they started coming in way early. I feel like the producer or the securities are the securities coming in way early for some of these, but I guess I get it. At the same time, they want to protect them. This is probably more money than Bad Girls Club, um, and not just I mean like what they're getting paid, and not only that, I feel like I don't know. I hope the girls would be, especially since this isn't their first time living in a house together, blah blah blah. You would think that they would, I guess, not. I don't know. I guess anything could happen. So let me stop what I was gonna say. I'm probably all wrong. I'm excited to see what other fights happen. Like I said, this episode was really the same thing as last week. I guess we got a little bit of extra drama with Tanisha coming in, but I don't know. I don't like how Tanisha is supposed to be the godmother. Like, if she's gonna be on the show as a cast member, she needs to let that godmother stuff go. Someone said Judy deserved her own room. People like Seven and Janelle got one. That's not fair to her. Judy is an iconic bad girl. But then again, Natalie knew what she was doing. No, I totally agree. Judy definitely. I mean, if that's how they were doing it, are you saying like if they're doing it based on who was on the show the most or whatever, like Seven should have been the one to share because Seven was on the last season, so she was like I guess the least. Well, I don't know if you would say that she like one of the least favorite girls of baddies. I don't know. I feel like they're all, like I said, they all kind of have a love-hate relationship, right? So the same thing with Natalie and Judy. So I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that was her punishment for Judy. It's like, I feel like something happened. I like Seven and Janelle. No, trust me. No, not like that. But Judy's name is bigger at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly. I like Seven and Janelle. No, I like Janelle. I'm not gonna lie. I like Janelle a lot better than Seven. Can I say that? I like Seven. I have nothing against Seven, but she was in the later seasons. Here's the thing. Bowling Freak, I like that you are putting in your input. Feel free to call in. But my whole thing is, unless you have a quote, only the girls that don't have a quote should have shared. Janelle has a quote. What is Seven's quote? Does she have one from BGC or from anywhere? Does she have a quote? Does she have like what is she known for saying? What is she known for doing? The only thing I can remember her doing, I think, wasn't she the one that fought Kiki? Seven is more popular than them. She gets more likes on IG. I see. Wait, more popular than Janelle? Or who? There's nothing. I remember that she said she's cool, but not a TV person at all. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and that's why I like her. But like, I like her as a person, not necessarily as a cast member. And Seven is a YouTuber. Oh, I see. Well, that's how she's getting all those likes. That's what I'm saying. So Seven, if you're watching this, I hope she's watching this. Let me know when you are trying to join the after show. I'm trying to get all the girls on here to discuss what happened. And, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Well, I don't know, as much as you can tell me about my predictions. Hate on it. Yes, that's Janelle. Exactly. Janelle has a quote. That's what I'm saying. Seven doesn't have a quote. That's all I'm saying. I said the same thing about Sarah. If you watched last week's, Sarah doesn't have a quote either. Seven isn't that good as a TV personality. She's too normal and sane. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I guess that's also why people like her too. So it's kind of hard. It's like, I don't know. I don't know which way to go. I'm like back and forth in my mind about it constantly. Because honestly, when I watched her season, and I've said this on here plenty of times too, Susan was my favorite bad girl from BGC 17. So, and I know that she got kicked out early or whatever. And I guess, from there, Seven did become like one of the better ones. But wait, you're right. Sarah doesn't have one. Good point. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it definitely should have been someone with no quote that shared the room. I mean, I totally agree with Natalie's assessment. she's new. Like she didn't get the Bad Girls experience, so she wants to give her a roommate. But you could have got mate. I don't know. Breach. No, really. I First of all, I agree with Bone. They slept on Susan 100%, but I disagree with this. That's a no. That's a no. I'm sorry. I didn't like Bree on season 17. She was super annoying. She was one. I mean, I guess if you wanted her to get beat up on there, it would be cool. Is that why you want her on there, or you mean you actually like her? I would only want her on there if she was she was getting beat up. But that's just me. Is that mean? Susan definitely needs to be on Baddies ATL 100%. Bree would have brought the drama. Yeah, but she would have been lame though. She would have brought that mouth. That's it. I mean, that's not true. She did fight a lot, but I don't know. I agree. Maybe I don't like Bree because Susan didn't like. No, that's not true because they weren't in the house together, and I didn't like her in the house. But I don't know. Bree is really crazy. Bree and Candy. Do you remember after the seasons ended, Bad Girls Club was already canceled, and Bree and Candy were still fighting on Instagram for like a year after that? Like, that's too much. Megan. Well, first of all, Megan is coming there. Oh wait, you're saying for season 2. Erica, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, she would be good. She would be good. Jayla, 100%, she would be good. Lo, definitely. Tiara, I heard she turned it down. She was supposed to be on this season. Kristen, definitely. I don't think she would do it though. Danny, hopefully, if she's not banned. I thought she was like banned from their whole circle ever since. I don't know. Rocky, I totally see that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Rocky might be over that whole, like, if you saw her on The Conversation, you could tell she was. Yes, Katia, 100%, and Camilla too. Camilla, we need her on there. But let me talk about Rocky for a second because I was kind of not. I don't know. Every time she does a TV appearance, it's like I like her a little less and less. Like I think BGC 10 was just super. Like it was. I feel like they made Rocky look amazing on BGC 10, and that's why I liked her a lot. And then a lot of the stuff that I've seen Rocky do after, she was just all right. But I think it is interesting that also, in addition to that, the more often I see Rocky in these productions, the more like Natalie she appears to be. Like I feel like her and Natalie are the same type of girl, kind of. What is this about Kat? I wish she was on, but I don't think that's true. I can't imagine her giving a fuck about BGC. I don't think she will because I think, well, I don't know. I guess if they paid her right, but I mean, it's not really, this isn't going to be related to BGC technically. It's just the Bad Girls Club girls. I think she doesn't like the production company because of how they made her leave and they lied, about what happened on the show. So I think that they don't like that. I do wish that she would come back on TV. I'm surprised that she was never on any of the spinoffs or anything like that. I definitely would love to see her on something else. And I can't believe Bowling Freak, you forgot to mention the Claremont twins. We definitely need the Claremont twins on season 2. This is a great, like, this could be the cast right here. How many people is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You basically just did the whole the whole list. So someone said they should just do a season like Jersey Shore and put all the same girls from the same season. Wait, what do you mean? They did that on Jersey Shore? Or you mean like have a BGC 10 part 2 where it's all the same people from BGC 10 go on this new show? Is that what you want? Oh, let me put this up. Sorry, y'all know what I'm talking about. So like there's no new it's the same people. I don't know. That would be interesting. But the way I envision it, I feel like right now, Sarah, Tanisha, Judy, they live in Atlanta. So they're probably going to be like the main ones of Baddies ATL. I feel like Natalie is going to go back to LA, and then that's where she's going to get some of the other girls. It's going to be Natalie, Camilla, Kristen, maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a Baddies LA. I feel like that's the next one coming. Baddies LA. And Natalie is probably going to move to that one. You know what she reminds me of? You guys watch Basketball Wives? You know how Shawnee O'Neal, is it Shawnee or Shanice? I don't really, I watched it the one time Megan was on there, you know what I'm saying? But wasn't she on multiple, like, there's multiple Basketball Wives, right? So I feel like that's what Natalie is going to be doing. She is going to start this whole franchise, and then she's going to switch around to each different one for like a season or so. And she's basically going to be, I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm just saying, Bad Girls All-Star Battle 3 is needed. Well, that was a oxygen thing. They would have to call something else. Baddies All-Star Battle. I guess they could do that. Would they call it? Would it be 3 still, or would it just be 1? Because it's not like this is BGC 18. There's Baddies, so All-Star Battle will have to be Baddies All-Star Battle. You'd have to start completely over. Only the people on Baddies could be on Baddies All-Star Battle. Exactly. It's under oxygen, so it won't happen. But I'm really still interested. Baddies Battle 1. Exactly. First of all, I don't know if you all were watching the OnlyFans when they said that they were going to have that, like the episodes be on OnlyFans, and they were doing like a whole production on OnlyFans. What happened to that? Because they filmed some episodes. Weren't they, I don't know. They were like fighting with fake blood or something. I still need to see all that. I still need to know what happened with that. I'm so confused. There's a lot that they're leaving out. But I forgot why I brought the OnlyFans up. That wasn't the only reason. That was a little side note. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. Basically, my main point of this episode is that I feel like, I don't know. I am just hoping that it makes more sense, because a lot of stuff last episode, the way they edited it seemed kind of all, I don't know. It's like the way they edited it, they left a lot of stuff out last episode, because for the fight between Christina and Natalie, for that to have started out because Christina woke up and she was getting her makeup done, that was confusing to me. How did it all of a sudden become about the other day when Christina was supposed to pay? And first of all, I totally get it. It was an Erica and the Victor twins exposed. Oh, I see. It was a scam. They did all that because they wanted attention for Baddies ATL. True. No, I mean, I really saw, like, well, you're right. I guess they still could have done it, but they did do. I saw a little. It was like a 10-minute episode, and they tried to actually like film it. It looked more like Blueface Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? But and they did have confessionals, and I remember like the green screen was really bad on the confessionals. So maybe they really just weren't happy with the production quality. OnlyFans started Tanisha versus Natalie. That was all planned, I think, but I'm not mad at them. This first season attention need to come from somewhere. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, though. I could tell that they're really mad about something, and there was that fake drama there. But you know, have you ever? I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but have you all ever pretended to argue with someone and then it became a real argument? I feel like that's what it is. But I feel like the reason why they're arguing is because Tanisha, I feel like Natalie is definitely putting in more work than Tanisha. Tanisha's sitting on the back burner. She's at her own house. She doesn't have to get involved in any of the drama unless she wants to come out there, and yet they're supposed to be getting paid the same. You know what I'm saying? I would be mad too. I don't know. That's my whole thing. Like, is this gonna be the first? Because Tanisha was starting to talk like a host for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like how they were saying she was trying to be the peacemaker. She doesn't need to be the peacemaker. Why is she doing that? She's trying to be like Laura the life coach. We don't want a Laura the life coach on Baddies. And we don't need a godmother of the Bad Girls Club. First of all, yeah, I guess at first she was trying to diffuse the situation. I don't know what happened with my camera. I'm frozen. All right, but I don't know what happened, but somehow in the middle of diffusing the situation, she got mad. And for her to get mad at Sarah was totally random. I thought she loved Sarah based on their interactions at all of the reunions. You know what I'm saying? I still remember when I think it was it all? No, it was the All-Star season, BGC 13 reunion, when she was like freaking out. Like Tanisha was like hiding behind, or Sarah was like not hiding behind Tanisha, but like, I don't know. She was like just all hugging up on her. Excuse me. So I thought they were really good friends. Who's your favorite bad girl and season? What happened after Christina versus Natalie? Then that's when they had the little house meeting and they started talking about everything. Who's your favorite bad girl and season? So this was a really hard question. I have like a lot though. That's the thing. Because if you look at it, like, other than the last couple seasons, like I would say anything after BGC 13 for sure. They kind of became the same episode. But before that, every season literally felt like a new show. It was the same format, 7 girls, replacements, etc. But they all had a different feel to them, and they all felt like a different show. So I will say the most entertaining season, I feel like, because of, and you know, it's not just one girl, it's not just one fight, it's just the whole combination of things. I feel like season, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm gonna say the last season that I was super, because for the longest time I was like, oh, every season just keeps getting better and better. And honestly, the last season that I said that on was season 10. And I liked season 11, but it wasn't better than season 10. And 12, I really didn't like that season a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't like the life coach. I'll be honest. I'm gonna say Jada like was super disappointing. I did like her on her show, on her season, and then as soon as she did All-Star Battle the next year, I was like over it. And then to see her on The Conversation, I was like, okay, Jada's annoying. But as far as which is my favorite bad girl, that's why I say, and here's the thing. I just want to also say Judy's season, that was the most brutal fight, I think, still, right? Let me take that back, because I guess Red did bite Natalie. But as far as, I don't know, you know, they were fighting for a long time before security came in. That's what I mean by it was like brutal. That was definitely, you know, one of the biggest fights. Judy was one of those girls, like from the first episode, you were like, oh, she's getting kicked out next episode. And that didn't happen. She made it to the end. So she really was like, you know, one of the most iconic bad girls. So, and that season was great because they had one replacement. And that's how entertaining each of those girls were, that they didn't need too many replacements. So I don't know. I guess it would be between them two. Right, they didn't even go on vacations in the later seasons. You could tell there was not enough budget by the size of the mansions too. That's because the Claremont twins sued Oxygen, right? So then they started losing all their money. And that's why the last season they were in a warehouse. They didn't even have a mansion in the last one. So the reason why I like, so if you're asking about the girl, like a specific girl, you were asking who's my favorite bad girl from what season. I really like Judy on her season, but in season 10, like the overall story, like how if Judy was able to get revenge, right? Because that's what I like a lot in a lot of these seasons. I like when they get revenge, I guess. And if Judy was able to get revenge, that would definitely be like my favorite season. But I think the way everything happened on season 10, I think that was just super like I don't know. Maybe the writers were just really good that year. Maybe the producers were really able to get in the girl's head that year, but it's like whatever they needed to happen for like the most entertaining outcome, they were able to get it. Because I'm talking about when Rocky got jumped and then the next day Rocky and Shannon jumped Alicia. That was the best moment. That was you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Born Freak is leaving. All right. Someone's asking. No, someone asked something up here. Should they bring a new cast? Oh wait, no, we got someone up here. Dre, what's up? Welcome.
Hi.
So I'm gonna ask you, since this just came in and you just called in, should they bring in a new cast of bad girls for baddies or keep the same old bad girls?
They should put one.
So who do you want to see? Oh wait, Keys, are you talking about like totally new people? All right, Bone Freak, I'm sorry you gotta go. Have a nice day. Have a great rest of the day. But the last comment that you did say after BGC 13, everything changed. I disagree with that. Everything changed after on BGC 12. Because I heard, I'm not sure how true it is. Wait, Dre, I'm sorry. I didn't even let you finish though. Were you talking to, well, I'm not sure about Keys, but like all new, never before seen faces. Yeah, how do you feel about that, Dre? If there were going to be all new, never before seen faces, that's what you would want for the next season of Baddies? You're muted too. I don't know if you can see that, but you are muted. We cannot hear you, Dre. All right. As far as new faces, I will say it kind of makes more sense to have Sydney on there. She was supposed to be a replacement. She was already on TV on another reality show. So it made sense for them to use her. But if you all remember from when they were doing their OnlyFans, they had gotten together with this girl, Danny Banks. And I would love it if Danny Banks were able to get on Baddies. They need her on season 2. Because after I saw her on all the little clips, or I'm not lying, I got the OnlyFans because I was like, I have to. So I got scammed. I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever though. There was still some entertaining content on there. So did we really get scammed? I don't know. It's up to you. I guess it's up to the person, like individually, to decide if they got scammed or not. But like I said, I would have loved to see her on there. So Dre is having some technical difficulties. Their mic got disconnected. That is okay. I'm about to remove you. If you can come back on, definitely come back. Just refresh your browser and try it again. But I'm gonna remove you for right now. So maybe your mic will be better the next time around. But my other theory, or not my other theory, the other thing I was thinking was if they are going to use new faces, at least make them like maybe they could have a replace. Well, I don't know. Well, what I was thinking, which now I'm thinking might be a bad idea. I was thinking like they should cast other girls that were replacements. You know how they've had sometimes. I don't know if it was on like one of the Making It to the Mansion episodes or one of the reunions, but every once in a while they'll have a comp for people. So what if they constantly were casting the rejects of BGC to be on Baddies? I feel like that would stir some drama up because then every season they could be like, oh, you didn't make the cut, blah, blah, blah. You're not a real bad girl, blah, blah, blah. But then I guess that would get old too. So I don't know. As far as new faces, it would definitely have to be someone that they already know, not like someone completely new. Like Sydney, she's friends with Judy. Danny Banks, she was friends with Natalie. So definitely something like that where it would have to be someone that they know. And also the way that they're making it seem like, you know, how Love and Hip Hop, they will just randomly add new people and it's like they're attached to someone else that's already on the show. So I could see them doing that. Dre's back though. What's up, Dre?
Hi.
All right. So did you hear the question from earlier?
No.
So we are asking if you would like to see totally new faces on Baddies, or if you would want them to just keep getting old bad girls.
I think they should put new bad girls.
So would it be like the same audition process?
Yeah, like they should pull like people from Love and Hip Hop and like other reality TV shows.
So they would have to have done some kind of show before.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea.
They will
have you
reality.
Sorry, say it again.
They will have to have something like to do a reality before, so they know like how to do it and stuff.
Oh, true. I see what you're saying because they might need like more coaching on like how to be on TV kind of thing. I just feel like they'll hear me.
Huh?
All right. I was just saying, as long as they know one of the girls that are already there, then it would make sense. But I think for them to, if they were going to have a Baddies season where they were all new, then maybe that would be okay. But I think it would be too random to just have like a girl that no one knows all of a sudden join.
Yeah, like maybe like from some girls from Bad Girls Club can be on there, but I think like some new girls should come also though.
So did you watch the OnlyFans stuff when it was coming out?
No.
Do you know who Danny Banks is?
No.
Okay. She was gonna make an appearance on the BGC on OnlyFans. And so after they had mentioned her once, I followed her. I started looking her up, and I really want to see her on Baddies. And that would be one of the newer faces, I guess.
Yeah,
but
nobody like really knows her like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be cool. But so tell me, Dre, who is your most favorite and your least favorite of Baddies right now?
I think my most favorite would be Christina.
Really?
Yeah. And my
least
favorite would be Natalie.
So you're Team Christina all the way?
Yeah.
Ever since her season? Is that why?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She was really good on her season. I'll give her that. But I don't know. I think she is kind of, I don't know. It's like she came into this episode being like, I'm going to be the one to finally beat up Natalie. You know what I'm saying? Like
we couldn't like really tell if they like who won or so, and like because like they barely showed that like the security was like in the way and stuff, so like you couldn't really tell who won or not.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't matter about winning. She just wanted to rip her wig off this time.
Mm-hmm.
She saw that Jada did it on The Conversation, so she was like, all right, this new show, I'm definitely going to do it. It's going to make the first episode.
Yeah, because she was on The Conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. She was all being buddy-buddy with Natalie then. So what happened now?
They were like best friends, and then they just turned into enemies on the show.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's fake on Christina's part. I
Kind
don't
of.
know. To be honest, I was gonna say, like I said, I really like Christina on her season, but I feel like they're not making her look all that great. I guess she's doing it herself, but like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she's not. Like she was really on her reunion. She made it seem like she was really like she was still the same kind of outspoken, like, you know, she was kind of like being a bitch, like in a good way kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? On the reunion. And she's trying to capture that same thing, but I feel like it's not working as well anymore.
Who's your favorite Batgirl? Who's your least Batgirl?
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like Christina was my least favorite because I had such high expectations of her, and then like seeing her next to the other people, you know. Well, I don't know. It depends on what. Based on my expectations, I guess she disappointed me the most. I would say. As far as which one's the most boring, I really think right now, like Tanisha is the most boring one because she's not in the house. My favorite, though, I would have to say is Janelle. Like, I had high expectations for her, and she is meeting those expectations, I would say.
Yeah, when she walked through the house, she didn't really have that much drama yet. But I'm
She didn't have that much what?
Like drama. Like, she didn't have drama with nobody. She was, like, cool with everybody. But I'm pretty sure through the episode, she's probably going to start having drama with people.
I didn't see her in any of the, like, you know how they showed the teaser? She wasn't in any of those little clips, was she? I mean, fighting, was she?
No.
I hope she gets into some drama, too. But at the same time, it's like, even if she didn't, like, she would still be the best. I don't know. I just like her a lot. I feel like she... What?
My second best is probably 7.
7? Yeah, I like 7 a lot too. She's one of those where I didn't expect a lot from her, but she surprised me kind of thing. I thought she was going to get into a fight this episode.
Me too. The first episode, I thought she was going to get into a fight. But I know she's going to fight Sarah, and I know she's going to fight some people, but I know she's not in a lot of drama.
But I'm saying, like, the way they made it seem in the teaser when she threw the third drink at Sydney, I thought that was going to be the beginning of something. And they kind of, what's it called? That scene was, like, anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Someone said that they could do a rookies versus vets. You agree with that?
Yeah, probably.
Isn't that kind of what this season is? What would you consider the vets? And who would be the rookies and who would be the vets? Seven's rookie?
Kind of, because she was, like, on the last season. Like, people didn't really know her that well. She was, like, on the last season and stuff. So.
Do you remember Susan from that season?
Yeah.
They need her. They need her on Baddies, right?
Yeah.
She was the best.
But she might kill somebody.
And you don't think Christina would?
Yeah, she kind of will.
But like, do you think she was really just drunk, like she was saying?
Who? Christina?
She was like, yeah, I had like 3 drinks. I don't normally drink.
Probably was drunk. Yeah, she probably was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How are you going to go after the executive producer? Like, isn't that something that they could fire you for? Can't they put that in the contract? Like, you can't fight the executive producers.
Yeah, like, they probably can't fight the producers. They'll probably get, like, sued or something for that.
Oh, wait. Quick question, because I also did notice it earlier. Did you see that? Maybe I missed it, but it looks like they took Sarah's name off of the producer credit. She didn't have a producer credit this episode.
She didn't?
No, I mean, maybe I need to go back and watch it again. I only saw Christina's name. It was Tanisha, Natalie, and Christina Natalie, Tanisha are the executive producers, and under Christina's name was just producer. But they didn't have Sarah on this episode listed.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it again. You know, I'm gonna watch it like 10 times. I've seen the first episode, I should say. I've already watched it like 5 times by now. How many times have you watched these episodes?
Once.
Oh, okay. I see. Maybe I'm just too excited over here about it.
Yeah, I only watched it once.
But you've been watching BGC like this whole time. Like, what's the first season of BGC that you really got into?
I think it was like season 4.
Oh, so Natalie's season.
Yeah, it was either season 4 or season 2.
I watched it on and off, but I really started watching it like religiously season 6. That's when I was super hooked on it.
Yeah, that season was kind of interesting and messy.
I don't know. Looking back though, that season didn't have. Well, I don't know. You're right. Never mind. Let me not say all that. It was a good season. It was kind of messy, but I feel like that was when BGC was like really. They finally, I don't know. They perfected their format or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So, what do you think is going to happen next episode?
Probably gonna be more fights and arguments. And probably since Sydney and Judy like don't like each other, there's probably gonna be another fight.
Do you think Sydney is the reason why Judy leaves?
Maybe no, not really. I think Natalie's gonna be the reason why she leaves.
That's an interest. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but perhaps.
I
guess. Wait, what?
I seen on YouTube this video of Natalie arguing with Judy in the van and stuff because Judy spit on someone, I guess. And yeah,
That was on the episode just now too.
Yeah.
So that if she left, so you're talking about you think she's about to leave like next episode or something? I hope it's not the next episode.
I hope it's not either, but I heard her talking about she's gonna leave and go home.
Oh, you saw? Maybe I missed that. She was saying it in the car in that clip.
Yeah, it was in the van. Everybody was in the van. I heard her saying, "I'm gonna go home tomorrow."
Oh shit, I missed that. I saw. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I didn't like that they had that little clip. Like, I don't know. I wanted to see Judy spit on her. Is that fucked up to say?
No, it'll actually like be. I wanted to see it too because it will add up to the story.
Exactly. Thank you for not making it seem like I was weird for wanting to see that. But
because it will add up to the story and let us understand why she's leaving and stuff.
Exactly. But hold on, I have a question for you. I mentioned this earlier, but I think it's good to be able to ask someone. So, first of all, do you think it was like what? I mean, do you think that people should cancel Judy for calling Sydney a man?
No, because like she was a man at first, but then she was turned to transgender. So like, well, I could see what. Well,
all right.
know.
Here's a follow-up question. Do you think it's okay for Sydney to put hands on Judy?
Not really.
Why is that?
Because, well, really, I don't know. It's like there's mixed emotions about it.
Exactly, and it's. I don't mean to put you on the spot. It is one of those like I guess it's almost like a trick question almost. You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't know. I don't want her to just fight Judy, and Judy like I don't think Judy knows how to fight. If you watch the season, she didn't really fight that much. So I don't think she like she's a fighter. So I wouldn't like her to fight Judy, but then if she does like something bad and racist or something, then like maybe. But like just because she doesn't fight, just you kind of deal with it.
No, because she said something on this episode. She was saying something like, "Oh, it's gonna be domestic violence if you touch me" or something like that.
Well, then, like, if she's like, I don't know, like, it's just like it's mixed emotions about it. It's like
But
you really
that's what I'm
don't.
saying. You get mixed emotions when Judy calls Sydney a man, right? But
Yeah,
it wasn't that mixed. It wasn't that many mixed emotions when the Bad Girls All Star or the BGC 13 reunion when Sarah called Rocky a man. How come that doesn't give you as many mixed emotions?
I really don't even know. Like,
You remember that happening though?
wait, when Judy called Rocky a man?
No. Sarah called Rocky a man.
Oh, oh, at the reunion.
Yeah.
Oh well, Rocky's not really a man. She's a real woman. So
Technically, Sydney is too, right?
yeah,
So shouldn't it be the same response? Like it should be, if it's all about equality, right? They should treat her like she's a real woman. And if Sarah said that to Rocky, and Rocky is a real woman, and it wasn't as offensive as
it
everyone is
should
making
be
it.
equally respect.
Exactly, or like it could be equally disrespectful. You could say it like that too. It's like equally disrespectful. It's not anything worse. Judy didn't say anything worse than what Sarah said to Rocky. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Someone is saying that the link doesn't work, but Dre was able to get on here with no problem.
Yeah, you
So,
just have to like type it exactly like it is on Google Chrome, whatever, and the show let you in.
yeah, the casing is important. Make sure it's all lowercase. And I can get up to 6 people on here. So let me know if you're trying to join in. But I don't know. Actually, it is kind of getting late. We've been at it for about an hour. But I do want to ask. Oh, I think I already did ask you for your predictions for next episode, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: who do you think is going to be the next 2 people that are going to fight? You think it's going to be that Seven and Sarah fight?
Yeah, probably, but it might be a later episode. I really don't know, but honestly, I think it's gonna be Natalie and Judy.
True. I do see some stuff happening with well, I don't know. It's probably Tanisha is not gonna fight, but I feel like Sarah and Tanisha really about to like be mad at each other. It seemed like it was starting to get really heated.
They just probably gonna just keep on yelling at each other until Tanisha really gets tired of it or Sarah really gets tired of it and they throw hands.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like for this to really it wouldn't be fair. I would be super mad if I was executive producer and someone else was executive producer and I had to get into a fight, but this person does not have to get into a fight. You know what I'm saying? I would be mad. So I would if I were Natalie, I probably in the back of my mind would be trying to get someone to fight Tanisha. Does that mean to say that?
No. Because it's your opinion, so.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. I do think we are about to get out of here, though. But Dre, before we go, do you want to tell everyone where they can follow you on social media? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
I don't really have social media, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you come back next week so we can discuss episode 3. But yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say before we get out of here?
I just want to say I hope the next episode doesn't take like a week or more.
I don't know. You're right. Maybe they are.
It took a long time for them to post episode 2, so.
Yeah, but it was just a week after the first time. I feel like you think you're gonna take a break? Is what you're saying? Like a week break?
Yeah, like maybe they're gonna take like a week or longer.
You're right. It is about to be a holiday next week too.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully, if there is a new episode, hopefully you'll come back and discuss. And hopefully Amaka is back next week. I don't know what happened to her. I hope everything's okay. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at the Gino Bino. And make sure you tune in next week. And don't forget to comment, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And we will be back next week or whenever the next episode is. All right. So thank you so much, Dre. We'll see you next time. All right.
Okay, have a great day.
Have a good one. we are out of here, guys. Tune in next week. Talk to you all later.